Ever wondered why your girlfriend seems totally fine one moment, laughing at your jokes and planning weekends together, then suddenly packs her bags without a single argument? That's the silent breakup, the hidden killer of modern relationships, happening right now to couples everywhere, fueled by dating app burnout and AI dating trends. What if I told you women often leave mentally months before they physically walk out? Why women leave mentally first? It's a silent breakup sign that's destroying connections faster than ever. Here's what's really happening behind that calm smile and distant gaze. You know that exhausting feeling when you're endlessly swiping on dating apps like Tinder or Bumble, rejecting profile after profile that looks perfect on screen but flops in real life? Dating app burnout hits harder than ever, with AI dating clones promising ideal matches but delivering more heartbreak. But imagine this silent breakup scenario unfolding right in front of you. You're at your go-to coffee shop, the cozy spot with those vintage leather booths and the rich scent of freshly ground beans filling the air. She's cradling her latte, wisps of steam rising like her unspoken doubts. You toss out a funny story from your chaotic work week. She smiles politely, nods along, but her eyes, they're glued to the window, tracing raindrops sliding down the glass like unshed tears. Her fingers idly circle the cup's rim. Inside her head, though, she's already mentally packing boxes, envisioning a lighter life free from your shared habits and routines. That gut-wrenching moment when her laugh no longer lights up her eyes? Silent breakup signs. She's not mad, not cheating, just in full emotional withdrawal mode. It's that quiet retreat where her heart erects invisible walls, one ignored text or missed call at a time. This is survival instinct kicking in, born from endless mismatched swipes turning into real-world letdowns. In today's era of speed dating and quick meetups, red flags in relationships surface faster, pushing her to detach for self-protection before the hurt digs too deep. What if her silence isn't cold indifference? It's her secretly rehearsing a life of freedom while you're still clinging to the relationship. But here's where the silent breakup gets even more intriguing. Have you spotted her suddenly obsessing over solo activities, like finally joining that yoga class she mentioned ages ago? Or late at night curiously browsing AI dating clones, brushing it off as harmless window shopping? Picture this vivid scene. It's a quiet evening in your apartment, the city lights humming softly outside. She's lounged on the couch, her phone glowing in the dark, casting eerie blue shadows across her face. You think you're binge-watching your favorite show together. She chuckles at the punchlines on cue, but her thumbs are a blur, firing off texts to friends about solo weekend getaways that conveniently exclude you. Her breathing stays even, but her mind races towards platonic romance trends, pondering if genuine friendship might feel more authentic than this fading spark. That sneaky shift when talks become one-way streets. Here's the silent breakup truth nobody dares discuss. This is vulnerability avoidance at its peak in modern dating, where the terror of another heartbreak from past flops makes her withdraw inward before the hurt resonates. It's not personal, it's the exhausting pattern, amplified by slow dating trends that tease deeper bonds but often spark endless doubts. You're not crazy. That growing distance means her mind is already halfway out the door. What if staying in the relationship feels riskier than boldly leaving? That's the brutal reframe in why women leave mentally first. She's not heartless. She's preserving her energy for a doubt-free future she's mentally crafting. You feel that nagging vibe that something's off, but you can't pinpoint it? Let's dive deeper into these silent breakup signs. Imagine a buzzing rooftop party, warm summer winds carrying Gen Z chatter about the monogamy revival. She's right beside you, drink in hand, toasting with a clink, but her eyes wander to the distant skyline, a chill creeping in despite the glowing lights. Her smile's courteous, but internally a storm rages. Red flags in relationships flicker like far-off lightning, unresolved arguments, overlooked emotional signals. She's already mentally scripting her goodbye while you're brainstorming your next date night. Here's the under-the-surface reality of the silent breakup. This is identity drift, where her sense of self slowly unravels from the us and pulls towards fierce independence. In a world where AI and relationships dangles perfect partners, she questions if this is her forever or just a temporary placeholder. That uneasy mismatch in your energies, it's no accident.
It's her subtle rebellion against settling for less. What if the real breakup happened 3 months ago in her mind and you're only now catching up? You're probably doing it right this second, aren't you? Dismissing it as a rough patch while she's grieving the relationship in past tense. But hold on, there's more to unpack in this silent exit mechanism. What truly drives this quiet departure? Let's break it down. Remember that spontaneous late-night drive? Windows rolled down, city lights streaking by in a blur. She's in the passenger seat, wind tussling her hair. You reach for her hand. She grasps it, but her hold is limp, her stare fixed on the road ahead, mind wandering miles away, contemplating life after heartbreak, chasing true love beyond the chaos. That subtle hesitation? Here's another unspoken truth about silent breakups. It's delayed detachment, physically present, but emotions long checked out. Powered by dating dilemmas like app fatigue, morphing tiny doubts into massive rifts in whirlwind dating scene. She's not ghosting you outright. She's pre-grieving the loss. What if opening up feels like stepping into a trap? That's the pivotal shift. She's opting for self-preservation over forced intimacy, foreseeing the end to dodge deeper pain. Ever puzzled over why mixed signals in relationships feel so baffling? It's because the mental exit is already underway. But here's where the silent breakup pattern bears its core. Nobody mentions this because it's raw and uncomfortable. The silent breakup isn't abrupt, it's a gradual simmer, built from unspoken needs in a culture hyping monogamy yet overflowing with tempting alternatives. You're stuck analyzing her actions while she's internally moved on. That realization moment, it flips everything. But grasping the why, that's coming up next. What if the root cause is something you've both been ignoring? Stay with me. Ever catch her staring blankly at the ceiling at 2 a.m., phone face down on the nightstand, her breathing slow and steady? You assume she's deep asleep, but she's wide awake, running endless simulations in her mind. How rent would feel splitting it solo, how eerily quiet the apartment would be without your morning playlists, how liberating Sunday mornings could taste with no compromises. Here's what's truly happening in that heavy silence of silent breakups. Her brain is running a cold threat assessment, not against you personally, but against the version of herself she's slowly becoming by staying. Every unspoken resentment piles up like ignored notifications, until the cost of leaving feels lower than another year of pretending. That's the core mechanism behind why women leave mentally first. No explosive drama, no revenge, just quiet, calculated math and dating. Let me pull you into one of those sleepless nights. You're both in bed. Her laptop glows blue in the dark. She's just finishing an email, but the tab is an article, signs you've emotionally checked out in relationships. She scrolls slowly, heart racing like it's her own story. You ask if everything's okay. She says yeah, closes it, kisses your shoulder, then lies awake scripting her exit line. Here's the silent breakup truth nobody admits. Women don't leave at peak pain. They leave when pain becomes predictable, when they can predict your response to every unmet need, when staying feels like déjà vu of past heartbreaks. What if the real betrayal is realizing she can survive and thrive without you? And that feeling, good? You're doing it now, aren't you? Calling it a rough patch while she's grieving the relationship in past tense. Let's go deeper into silent breakup signs. Remember that reconnect weekend trip? Mountain Airbnb, wine on the deck. You thought it was romantic. She posted smiling photos, but that night on the balcony alone, texting her friend, "I'm done, needed one last good memory." Here's what's happening. She's collecting proof she tried everything for the guilt later. Her distance isn't punishment, it's R&D for her next life chapter without you as the main character. That sting when she cancels plans, then stories show her out laughing, that's her real self emerging, not performing us. While you're fixing dry texts and less intimacy, she's solving the root, the whole relationship, alone, because asking for change feels riskier than leaving. Mixed signals? They're countdown beeps in silent breakups. AI dating clones in? She's curious about a partner who listens. That curiosity loosens the anchor. Modern dating trained her to keep options as safety nets, even in monogamy revival. The habit remains. You think love is staying. She knows it's not losing herself. Staying feels like disappearance. That chest discomfort? You're catching up to her months ahead. The engine of silent breakups, when the unknown scares less than the known. Alone looks like upgrade, not exile. That shift is quiet, irreversible, already happened. You just haven't been told. What happens when she finally says it, or just walks? We're going there. Stay with me.
You thought the worst day would be when she actually leaves, but it's not. The real gut punch in silent breakups is realizing the relationship ended long ago, and you were the only one still showing up. Here's the silent breakup truth nobody ever shares. The silent breakup isn't the dramatic exit. It's the private autopsy she performed while the relationship was still breathing, with you as the unaware patient. Let me paint the final scene she's been replaying in her mind. It's an ordinary Tuesday evening, nothing dramatic. You walk in from work, keys drop in the bowl. She's curled on the couch in your old hoodie, the one she loved stealing because it smelled like you. She looks up, gives a soft smile, and calmly says, "I think we're done here." No screaming, no tears, just the eerie peace of someone who's already cried it all out, in the shower, in the car, at 3 a.m. while you slept soundly. Here's what's happening in that moment of why women leave mentally first. She's not shattering your heart. She's gently handing it back, still beating, but no longer hers to hold. And the reframe that will haunt you forever. She didn't fall out of love. She fell out of performing love, out of faking that the cracks could be patched with more effort, more dates, more let's try harder. She woke up one day and saw that staying was only brave if it was real, and it wasn't. The deepest cut in silent breakups, she's going to heal faster than you imagine, because she already did the grieving. You're just beginning. 6 months later, you'll scroll her stories. She's glowing in sunlight, laughing freely with friends, maybe with someone new. That twist in your stomach? Not jealousy. It's seeing the version of her you only glimpsed in rare moments when she still believed in the us. Here's the mirror nobody hands you after silent breakups. You didn't lose her to another person. You lost her to the woman she became when she stopped shrinking to fill the gaps you weren't closing. And the most dangerous question you'll ever ask? What if the silent breakup wasn't her failing the relationship, but the relationship failing her? You can't fix this. You can't win her back. You sit with the pain. Let it burn through you. Because the only path forward is accepting that true love isn't about gripping tighter. It's about noticing when her hands have quietly let go. So here we are full circle. She seemed perfectly fine, then walked away without a fight. But now you know the truth. She never truly walked. She just stopped acting, and you're left with the script to a story that ended months ago. The real question isn't why she left silently. It's this: when did you stop noticing she was already gone? That's the one that still keeps me up. What about you? Have you lived through a silent breakup? Did you see the signs too late? Drop your story in the comments. You're not alone in this. If this hit hard, like and subscribe for more raw truths on modern dating. Red flags, mixed signals, dating app burnout, we've got it all coming. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.